Hello everybody, welcome to a new video on my channel. Thank you so much for watching it. Today I have another favorites makeup look NewIns combination video. Since I got the impression that you liked the video like I did it last time, I'm just going to do another one today. Don't really have as much to talk about as I had in my last video. Shopping has not been a priority for me the last few weeks and therefore I do not have a lot of NewIns stuff. I did not really do my makeup very often the last few weeks. So therefore, the bits I have to show you are the bits I actually used and I tend to go back to. So yes, if you want to see my favorites and my favorite kind of makeup look, which I did, so if you want to see how I created this look and all the things I loved last month and everything I got new, keep on watching. Here comes the tutorial. The how I like to do my makeup at the moment and my favorites. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so now let's get started with this whole makeup. I already always wear my facial moisturizer, which is not changed a lot from the last time I filmed a video like this. So I still use this eye cream, which is the Hydro eye cream with grapes and white tea. This is how it looks. Love this a lot. It's gorgeous, very hydrating, makes the skin around my eyes feel very hydrated and good and plump and everything and wrinkle free, kind of. Then for the rest of my face, I typically change it up this time of the year because the weather changes, the temperatures change, everything just changes a bit, and therefore I also change my skincare routine. So this is now from the last year, so this is an old kind of bottle, but I really want to use it up before I get a new one. This is the Ritual of Calm and Protection Face Cream by Rituals. It has a SPF of 30 and I just really like it. My skin likes it a lot. It does not break out at all when I use this, and also never had a problem with sunburn or anything, so I love this a lot. Going to use this up and definitely going to get a new one after this. Then typically this time of the year I combine it then with a Kiehl's facial concentrate or oil. This now is the Midnight Recovery Concentrate, which is typically more for an overnight treatment, but I really want to use this up because I really don't want to throw any single drop of this away, and this is actually already open a little bit too long maybe, so I really just want to use that up. This is why I also use it during the day, and last summer I used those two in combination every day, just a full face of this and then only 1 or 2 drops. It doesn't need a lot of this, and my face was never better, so this is lovely. But at this point I still also sometimes throw in a little bit of this Veleda cold cream with beeswax, which I talked about the last video, but I do really not use a lot of this anymore because I know that my skin doesn't need that much care anymore and that my protection anymore. I just really need this when it's really cold, so I only use this whenever I really think that my skin needs a little bit of extra protection, a little bit of extra moisturizing and a thicker cream, and especially in areas where I know that my skin tends to dry out most and gets flaky and spotty anything, which is mainly down here, this area, and my forehead and the T-zone pretty much. This is when I throw a little bit of this on, tiny little amount only, but that does its job. So this is my current kind of switching seasons skincare routine, but I really need a nice Kiehl's concentrate like that for the day. So if you have one you really like and I can recommend, please let me know in the comments down below. So now going into the makeup, I really considered whether I would do this or not, since April has been one of the months over the last few years which has been the most makeup free month ever. Most of the time I really just do not wear any makeup at all. I just throw on my moisturizer and that's it, maybe sometimes a little bit of mascara, but I decided to do it anyways because I just like it and I wanted to do my makeup today anyways, and I wanted to film another video anyways, so I thought why not just film a video about me doing my makeup and show you. So let's get started with the makeup, and I hope there are a few bits in there you like either or which are new. Some of them are the same as my last video. Starting with 2 products which I want to talk a lot about because they have been the same as last month or the last video. These two as my base, the Ordinary High Spreadability Fluid Primer, still my favorite, going to be my favorite until it's empty probably, because I do not really have any others, and I'm not really feeling the need to buy a lot of others. So the Ordinary High Spreadability Fluid Primer and its foundation is still the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, that's how it's called, in light number 2 Mont Blanc. Also, the concealer still is the same, I can throw that in here now either. It's still the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral, so I think I'm just going to throw that on and then I'm going to come back to you. Now going on to my favorite like powder at the moment, which is in this palette. This is now by the brand Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting palette. I'm never too sure which of the colors I like most. All of them are gorgeous, but I tend to use this one on the left side most. And I think it is called Dim Light. So a little bit like more golden shade. And I just go in with my powder brush and then just go over everything like I would do with a regular powder. And I do have the feeling that it sets everything nicely and gives you a gorgeous like glowy finish. So it's not too matte, depending on what you prefer. Normally I go more for a matte finish, but I do love the healthy glow at the moment a lot. The brush I use is the 106 powder brush by Zoeva. Okay, now going on to highlight. I'm going to start with that one today. Now I got this as a present once when I got another iconic London product. This is the Cream Highlighter Trio. I don't know if you can get this individually or if that is just one of those present things you just get. The brush I prefer to use at the moment is actually an eyeshadow brush with this. Now this is a medium angled shading brush. This is number E70 and I use the middle shade here. And I get a little bit of it on my brush and then I put it where I want it. This is like a rose golden shimmer to it. I pretty much just place it where I wanted to have it and then I blend it afterwards. But this is actually very, very gorgeous. I zoom in a little bit. Hope that you can see it nicely. Of course, now this is a product you can easily build up to a point where you like it. Now they decide to drill something. Let's stop. Okay, so bronzer. The moment I get back to this one, which was a classic years and years ago. This is by the brand Bourjois Paris. This is the Délice de Poudre Bronzing Powder, made by French and filled with glints of sunshine. I use it with my Exo Beauty vegan powder brush. Okay, so the Délice de Poudre, Délice de Poudre, I really should learn that. Bronzing powder by Bourjois. I hope that they even still make them. I remember that I got this. I should probably throw it away and now think about how long I have this. I think it has been my first or one of my first bronzers ever. So it must be at least, it's definitely older than 18 months. It says use it up until 18 months, but I never know. I probably should not even talk about this because do not use makeup products a lot longer than what it is recommended to. Yeah. So, but I like that a lot. I use that a lot at the moment, mainly because I want to use it up. It smells normal, it looks normal, it works normal. I tested it on my arm first. I tried to use it up, but I do recommend that you use products which are that old. Just wanted to throw that in here. Okay, so that means face is done. This is what I use at the moment most of the time. And then I continue to browse, which still has not changed. It's still those two products by Benefit, the Brow Eyebrow Gel in number 4, and I still use the 24-hour Brow Setter, which is a transparent product. Those two combinations are my go-to for brows actually at the moment. So again, not a lot to say about that because you can switch back to the video before, check that one out to learn everything I think about it. And I use my Exo Beauty Brow Groomer brush with it because I do not like the little one which comes with the product. Okay, now going on to eyes. For eyes I actually have one palette which when I did something, I used this one. This is the NARS Ignited eyeshadow palette. Love this a lot. It took me the longest time ever to get it because it sold out last year around this time. It was constantly sold out. It's such a gorgeous palette. I wanted to have it the moment they released that, and I actually have absolutely no idea what to do now. What look to go for. I don't know, what would you like to see? I would love to ask you now what you would like to see. I think I'm going to start with something neutral. Let's do that. This shade up here, which I think is called Hammermet 1, I think. And the Exhibition brush, which I never know the name of. I'm just going to apply that. The shadows are a little bit powdery, some of them, not all of them. But I think I'm going to use a little bit of the darker shade just underneath it, which is called Sophia. This one here, for a little bit of a defined crease. And for that I'm going to use a Sixx brush, which is the 231 Luxe Petite Crease. And starting with a little bit of it to have a defined crease. Also blending a little bit in the outer corner. Now using the Sixx brush I used, Sixx Beauty brush I used before, just to blend a little bit more up here to make it nice and smooth. So with my Sixx 234 Luxe Smoky Shader brush, yes, that's what it's called. I'm going to start with this shade down here, which is called Fired Up. I'm going to put that in the outer corner. It's a gorgeous cranberry pinkish shade. And just leaving it there. I'm going to jump to the color right above it, which is called a Supernova, and I'm putting that in the inner corner, but not all the way to the middle. See my finger there. Right, now with the brush, blending those two a little bit together. And now again with my fingers, I'm using the light shade. This one is called a Light Up. I'm going to use my small finger and I'm going to put that in the inner corner. Now again using the Sixx brush and just blend it a bit in. For a little bit more pop-in of the first shade I used, I'm using again my finger to apply a little bit more and to have a little bit more of the shadow there, to make it a little bit more intense, because I think vanished a bit. Okay, right, like that. I hope you can see it nicely. And I'm going back to my Sixx Beauty brush for the edge up here. Just a little bit going over it, just to make it a bit softer. Okay, now onto the lower lash line, which you know I prefer to do pretty much just like the upper lid, and I'm using, as always, my MAC 212, the Fired Up shade in the outer corner, the Supernova in the middle, Light Up is already in the corner. Alright, highly recommend this palette. I don't know if you can still get it. I do think so. I wouldn't know why not. I think the colors are gorgeous, perfect for pretty much every time of the year. It's a little bit more like, on the first glance I would say it's a little bit more like a autumnal range of colors. There are lighter pinks in there and lighter colors, like the quad up here is definitely springy. And I love that there are 3 different like matte shades in here. All others are either very glittery or very shimmery. So I really love this palette and highly recommend. Everything I tried from NARS so far was amazing in my experience. Okay, then going on to eyeliners. I did not use a liquid eyeliner once last month. So whenever I used a eyeliner, I used the Technical from MAC Graph Black, which I think I talked about often enough before. Alright, now for mascara, it's a little bit between a NewIns and a favorite. Also a repurchase actually, so it's just a constant favorite and a constant NewIns pretty much. And it's the mascara by L'Oreal. This is the Paradise Ecstatic mascara. I'm pretty sure I talked about this a lot anyways. It's just the best mascara ever. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous mascara. Okay, And that's everything done besides my lipstick. I hope that you like it so far. I like it. Okay, so lipstick, I actually also only have one, which I just threw on every time I did wear a lipstick. And it's this one by Clinique. I think it actually might fit the look quite nicely. This is a Clinique Pop lip color and primer. This is in the color 17 Mocha Pop. This is my favorite, and it fits every occasion, every look, every outfit. It's perfect. And it's so comfortable over the longest time. Clinique Mocha Pop. And this is the finished look. Let's see if I can do anything with my hair. Alright, this is the look for today. With all my products, when I did makeup, I did use these. I've shown you all the favorites of the last month and how I like to do my makeup. I love warmer, bronzy, golden, rosy shades around my eyes at the moment. Oranges. Kind of a warm eye makeup look I love at the moment, even though that's very much more like an autumnal thing, but that's what I prefer at the moment. So yeah, here we go. So this is my favorites, NewIns and a current makeup I like to wear, and I hope that you liked it too. Otherwise, this has been my video for today. I hope that you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe. That would be amazing. Also, please let me know in the comments down below. Now my camera died on me like 5 seconds before it was finished. Where have I been? Yes, leave me a comment down below telling me everything you loved makeup wise, what you've got new, what you really want to recommend. I would love to try a few new bits, but at the moment I do not really know where to go or which products are really worth it and which products I really have to try. But I would love to hear your recommendations on that, and I would love to answer a few comments of yours, so that would be very lovely. And I really hope that you all are doing very well. I would love to hear from you, and that's everything. And I hope you liked this little video. I will try to get a few more new products to try the next few weeks, and therefore I would love to hear your recommendations, like I said. And maybe I have a few more exciting bits in my next video like this. And until then, I hope that you're doing well, that you have a wonderful time, and that you enjoy yourself and whatever you're doing at the moment. And until my next video, take care, stay safe, stay home, and stay healthy. I will see you soon. Bye!